Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we've got a twofer for the people. We have Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur in their bye week. Awesome interview with Coach LaFleur. We also have national champion, starting quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs, Stetson Bennett on the show. We're going to talk super wild card weekend, a great weekend of sports, a great weekend of football ahead of us. We also have Fyre Fest of the week. And before we get to all of that, Chevy, you know that we are Chevy truck guys. 2021 was a big year for Chevy trucks. The Silverado really made some news, and we're not just talking about the Silverado and the Low Man Award or Coach Prime and all the goodness Dion's bringing. We're talking product news. The Silverado ZR2, Chevy's new flagship off-road truck, was introduced in September, and in the spring you'll be able to see it at your Chevy dealer. And what's next for 2022? Well, just a couple of days ago, Chevy revealed the first ever all-electric Silverado built from the ground up on the Utilium battery platform that brings with it new power, new flexibility, and of course, a new range of what's possible in a truck. We've seen the Silverado EV, and it's really cool on the outside, and on the inside, it's got all kinds of new features, just a lot of firsts for an EV truck. So check it out. It's coming soon, the new Chevy all-electric Silverado. So head over to Chevy.com, learn more, and reserve your Silverado EV today. They're going to go fast. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be awesome, going to make big-time waves. Chevy is the best truck company in the world. Go to Chevy.com to learn more and reserve your Silverado EV today. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Chevy. Go to Chevy.com. Check out all the new things that Chevy's got coming this year. Big year for Chevy. Today is Friday, January 14th, and we're taping it on January 13th. Happy birthday, Billy.
Yeah, Billy, you made it.
Billy's getting old. He actually said to me, I was like, happy birthday. How old are you? 24? He's like, 23. Damn, you're getting old. He's like, dude, this is so depressing.
Yeah.
Like, no, none of it is.
Listen, Billy, you can make jokes about Billy's mental maturity all you want, but he could not have grown that sweet Fu Manchu mustache a year ago today. You're blossoming into a man, Billy.
It's a work in progress.
Billy, tell us in your 23 years on planet Earth, maybe one little pearl of wisdom for the people, because you are, as you said, old now. So give it to us. What do you got? What's the big thing that you've learned? What's the thing like, maybe year 22 you learned something going into year 23?
Exercise is the key
to
mental well-being.
Okay.
Nice.
You didn't know that before. You never played sports before last year.
I also feel like that was like gym class, like grade 5.
We said in all 23 years, that's probably my greatest.
What'd you learn in year 22?
Year 22?
How to get into war mode.
Yeah.
How to lose a negotiation with Big Cat.
Yeah, I did. That was actually facts.
Pretend that you have another job offer that's not real. But I'm happy it all has worked out.
Growing moments.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been a good year. I feel like you have grown up. I mean, it's crazy that we've known you since you were, 18?
17 maybe?
17?
Yeah, no, 17.
Well,
17?
No, the crazy part is Billy's known us since he was like 16.
I know.
True.
And that's weird. Isn't that really like creepy to think about Billy listening to our podcast when he's 16?
I don't think he did.
No, I did. 100%.
I think he listened to it once on the train ride into his interview with us.
No, I think he
I
did.
listened to it every day on the way to school.
What's perfect about us, if we ever get mad at Billy for anything that he does, is the fact that me and you molded his young brain into what it is. Like, Billy is a perfect test case, clinical sample of what somebody would grow into if they only had
It's
me
our
and Big
fault.
Cat teaching them.
Yeah, it is our fault.
I'm trying to think of stuff that you guys may have taught me.
This year,
No, like back then that I thought was hilarious.
don't come in with a resume that's stapled in 7 pages and has a lot of inaccuracies on it.
If the sun is hot, how come space is cold?
Yeah, that was when you guys were like making 69 jokes and
That was
vaping.
that was back when it was
Yeah,
like
that was cool.
Stingray Steve
yes,
on the call.
yes.
Yeah,
We've grown
69
up.
jokes were very, very in. Then.
We've grown
If
up
you
more
think
than
I'm
Billy.
horny now, like
Yeah.
go back and listen to 2016 part of my take.
Calling Lenny, that was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
yeah. But happy birthday, Billy, for real.
Thanks, boys.
I love you.
Love you guys too.
Oh, I was trying to have like a one-on-one moment there. I love you.
Love you too.
There we go.
Billy already knows I
Nice.
love him. I don't need
Yeah.
to tell him.
Love it.
I tell him enough.
Love it. Okay, so Super Wild Card Weekend.
Jake, are you jealous? Should we do like an unbirthday party for you?
No, it's Billy's day. He deserves all the spotlight.
When's your birthday, Jake?
September 26th.
So we missed it. We didn't mention it at all. I
No, I think
don't
it
remember
I think it got
mentioning
brought
it.
up. It got brought up.
Did it?
Yeah, yeah.
My
because
bad.
Jake would remember.
We literally forgot about Hanks.
Oh,
when
yeah,
you got
that's
the Papa Diaz.
Oh, yeah. I felt
We got
bad
Papa
about
Diaz.
that.
Listen, I got asked a question on Fantasy Corner last week, and someone asked, like, do you take the day off for your birthday? Maybe I'm in the minority here. I thought I was in the majority, but after, like, 21, your birthday doesn't really matter. Like, it's not like I'm going to take I'd rather take, maybe that's also skewed by the fact that we have winter birthdays, but
Yeah.
I would never want to take my birthday off. Give me a day off in fucking July.
Yeah, there's no point to taking a birthday. Also, when you reach the age, I'd say like 25 is a good birthday too, because
Yeah,
you can rent a beach house, you can rent a car. Then when you turn, 32, you can no longer get drafted into the military.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's pretty good. I think that's the age,
Okay.
Billy.
Can run for president at 35?
Run for president at 35, which sucks. So when you turn 35, that's actually the worst.
It weighs heavy on you. You're
I
like,
think-
should I run?
I have to think about it every day.
Yes,
and
now-
weigh the pros and cons. I feel like I need to do a service for my country.
Yes. But the birthdays, I don't know, they're nice. Like they're like, hey, happy birthday. That's nice. And then you move on. I remember one of I think I've told this story, but I was like maybe 19 or 20 in college. I ate a shitload of mushrooms on my birthday, and don't do that because you forget that on your birthday everyone in your family calls you. And I had like a 10-minute conversation with my grandparents, and I thought they were speaking a different language.
Yeah,
And it freaked me out.
You got to definitely make some time, and you have to almost proactively call them on your birthday.
Yeah, right.
If you got big plans later on that night. I remember one time my mom called me on 420 at college, and I just smoked out of Gravity Bong several times that day, and she asked me what I was doing, what I was up to that day, and what I had done that I was proud of myself for that day. I don't know. She was getting like really.
Why did she call you on
introspective.
420? You guys celebrate Hitler's birthday or something?
No, I'm just saying she called and it was a random mom call.
Got it.
And she goes,
those are scary.
She goes, "What constructive thing have you done today to better yourself, PFT?" and I said, "Mom, I ate an entire family-sized bag of Cheetos, and I didn't lick my fingers once until I was done with the entire thing, and then I licked my fingers, and it was awesome."
There you go.
And then she hung up on me.
Baby steps. Yeah, so that's just a tip, birthday tips. But Billy's sober right now, so good job, Billy. You're here for the show. Happy birthday.
Sober
now made it.
January.
Yeah, sober January. All right, let's talk Super Wild Card Weekend. Super Wild Card Weekend, one of the best weekends in sports. I'd put it up there. It's like, I always say March Madness, first weekend of March Madness is the best, but this is the top 5 sports weekend.
The way that they've set it up this year, I think pushes it ahead of next weekend for me. Because you've got a longer time period of days where there is football.
And it's spaced out so perfectly. Like the fact that we have a Monday night game is such a great come down. Now we did talk about the potential of maybe doing NFL bowls, which would be perfect for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, also Friday to get us to the divisional round. Who would be your number 1 bowl matchup?
I think we got to do a derby.
Okay.
I think we got to do Jets-Giants.
Jets-Giants.
A crosstown derby to see which team is the best team once and for all in New York City.
Shout out Joe Judge. We recorded Wednesday's show early, and then we basically said this is why they should keep him. Then they fired him, which is our infinite wisdom. But Joe Judge the coolest thing he ever did for the Giants, or as a Giants, he wasn't the head coach anymore, but the coolest thing he's done in the last 3 years was getting fired and then getting a delivery to his house of like 15 pizzas and I don't know, it was like 30 racks of Coors Light.
It was the best.
That was like Joe Judge should get rehired for that.
Yes, I would immediately rehire him for proving how he handles being fired.
I think
that's something that you need to know about a person is how do you get through adversity. There's no bigger adversity than getting fired, and you show your true colors. Turns out Joe Judge is an awesome guy.
Yeah.
I liked how he handled it. In fact, I think Joe Judge might have gotten a raw deal.
I still am convinced that he tried to get fired because if you look at the timeline, his job was guaranteed for next year, and then he completely lost his mind, saying the weirdest shit, QB sneaks, and then obviously the finale of saying he wants more power.
Right.
I think he was essentially like, I want to get fired. I don't want to coach this team anymore.
My new theory on Joe Judge is he got a completely raw deal, and the plan was always for him to come back next year. But when he got the reins to the team, they essentially said, all right, you're going to run the show. It's going to be you and Gettleman, and the two of you are in lockstep on everything. We trust you across the board. I think that the Maras, because the Maras have at least one of the sons and I think a nephew that are at the top of the pro personnel department. I think they didn't give Joe Judge and Gettleman as much room to work with as they said they were going to. Now Joe Judge is like, fuck this, I want to go out. I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. I'm going to run 2 quarterback sneaks on third or 2nd and 9 and 3rd and 9.
Yep.
I'm going to act like an asshole in the media. And then they had that interview with him after the last game of the season where they talked to Joe Judge. And I'm pretty sure Joe Judge was like, fire me, bitch.
Yeah.
Fire me. And then they had
like, give me the keys to the castle or fire me.
And then they had to take a day after getting their shit pushed in by Joe Judge in this end-of-season meeting to be like, we can't fire him. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
And then finally cooler heads prevailed where it's like, well, do we want another season of Joe Judge doing Joe Judge things? And they just decided they had to let Joe Judge win, pay him $20 million for the next 3 years or whatever, and then Joe Judge throws a fucking Chuck E. Cheese pizza party in their face.
And it was sick.
I think I am officially Team Joe Judge.
Yeah. He what a way to go out. I think he also got in another fight with one of his line coaches. He just was a fight guy.
Yeah.
He was like there's certain times when you get a coach, what was it, Tom Cable, like they just, when things went bad, they were like, you know what? I will physically fight my way out of this.
That was that. Who was the defense coordinator at Michigan?
Don Brown,
football guy.
Don Brown.
Yeah, Don Brown.
Coach at UMass now.
Yeah.
Yep. His motto was,
dude,
solve all your problems with aggression.
Yes.
It's a fact.
Be as aggressive as possible.
At the end of the day, if you can't figure out how to move forward on something, just punch somebody in the face.
Yeah,
You'll
move
feel
through
better.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. I also would love to see. I feel like we should use this time in between the playoff weekends. We should give a tryout. Like, it should be Falcons Saints. Saints should start Drew Brees, and the Falcons should start Stetson Bennett.
Ooh,
that would be fun.
I that.
I would watch that on Wednesday night.
I was actually thinking that you could do Seahawks Saints. Drew Brees starts for the Saints. Marshawn Lynch plays for the Seahawks.
Ooh.
Kind of just put our old favorites in their old uniforms, and I'll tune in and watch.
I like that. I also think it would be fun to have like maybe Chargers versus, I don't know, let's say Chargers versus whoever, and we make it like almost the movie Speed, where Brandon Staley, if he wins, he gets $100 million, and he can never punt. And if he punts, one random person in the stands dies.
Okay. I like that.
Just adding a little bit of chaos, I don't know.
Uh-huh. And it's Boltman.
Yeah. Or maybe
they hang Boltman.
Maybe every time he goes for it on 4th down, someone dies, because that's what he loves to do. So he has to resist that.
We can combine that with this idea, because I was thinking Chargers-Ravens would be a good matchup.
Yep.
And I think that if you made it all 4th downs.
Yes.
So the entire game was just
all 2-point conversions.
Yeah, it's all 4th downs, and every play is worth 2 points if you score a touchdown.
Yes.
I would watch that. And then if Brandon Staley loses, somebody dies.
Yeah, that would be cool. I also would like to see a bowl game that's just Dan Campbell doing like the American Ninja Warrior set, but he can't leave until he finishes it. Mm-hmm. So he just keeps falling and getting up and biting kneecaps and trying really fucking hard.
I like that. I also think that Lions-Jaguars would be a good matchup where winner gets the first overall pick.
Ooh, yeah, no, they should always have that for the bottom 4 picks. They should do it should just be the Wednesday night bowl where it's the first round is Wednesday night, second round's next Wednesday, and the winner gets the first pick.
Or you could do a game where it's Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars against the Saints, because the Saints they're the team that I think they're in the best draft or the worst draft position right now. Jaguars are in the best draft position right now. If Trevor Lawrence beats the Saints, then he gets to play on the Saints next year.
Yeah, I like that.
You can win your way out of a bad situation.
We should also just have a bowl game that's the Full Send podcast interviewing Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
I would watch that too.
Yeah. And obviously Washington football team against Chicago.
Yep.
I think a Mariners bet. They're basically like a spring game.
Yeah.
Ditka can coach the Bears.
Yeah,
we'll bring RG3 out there to score. They'll let him score a touchdown like the sick child that gets to run across the field.
Yeah, Matt Nagy can maybe get one last send-off because it does feel like, didn't have that moment.
He
really
didn't get
boo
to
him on the way out.
Yeah, he kind of ducked out of that one.
Yeah. All right, but we do have real games. We have real games. They're awesome. Actually, before we get to our real games, BetterHelp.com. Go check it out. We talk about it all the time. Listen, Barstool Sports, there's people here who need BetterHelp. BetterHelp is happy to sponsor us. They're online therapy. BetterHelp, for example, like you go and get your car, fixed. You get your car oil changed, tire rotated. You take care of that. You take care of your house. Why aren't you taking care of your mentals? Why aren't you making sure you upkeep your mentals before something happens, before maybe a can gets thrown? So many people think therapy is for quote unquote crazy people, but therapy doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means you recognize that all humans have emotions and we need to learn to control them, not avoid them. And we've been taught that mental health shouldn't be a part of normal life, but that's wrong too. We take care of our bodies with the gym, the doctor, nutrition. We should be focusing on our minds just as much. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours, so it's very quick. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. It's really, really important that in 2022 we take care of our mental health. So this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/PMT. That's BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/PMT. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You don't have to leave your house. You can just do it online. You can do it over your computer. It's a very low barrier of entry in terms of getting your mentals right. So BetterHelp.com/PMT, 10% off. BetterHelp.com/PMT. Okay, real football games. Wild card weekend, super wild card weekend. Let's just go in order. Any thoughts from anyone? Billy, Jake, Liam, anyone? Memes? Hank's still on the COVID list under protocol. He'll be back, I think, Sunday. We'll start with the Raiders-Bengals. I love that this game is the first game. It feels right. The stat that gets thrown out there that is very hurtful to Bengals fans is that no Bengals fan has ever sent a text message of a Bengals playoff win, because their last win in the playoffs predates the technology of text messages.
But what about email?
Crazy.
I think that's kind of one of those asterisks. Just because
I just want to prepare people.
Were people really getting texts on their phone back in 1992?
Oh yeah. Bezos probably was.
I don't think
He's
no.
probably sending his dick out. Listen, I mean, he probably was, and then that's how the Daily Mail or whoever.
No, Bezos wasn't sending his dick out till he got rich.
Yeah, he got real rich
because he knows he's got a weird dick, and
yeah,
he would have been arrested for sending that.
It looks in a different light when you're rich. But I do think we'll see if the Bengals win, we'll see text messages be shared of hey, look, yeah, this is the Bengals winning a playoff game. This game to me is like the Bengals are in a better spot because they rested in Week 18. The Raiders played late Sunday night, emotional game, overtime, all that. I think the Bengals are going to win, but the Raiders do feel like a team that just doesn't go away. And even if you look at their last month where they win these games by 2 points, 3 points, overtime games, they got alligator blood. They're the alligator blood team.
I think that the over is a good play in this game. I think we're going to see a shitload of points. Right now it's at 49.
Okay.
neither one of these teams is spectacular on defense, and they both kind of just strike me as teams that they panic later on in games.
Yeah.
This fourth quarter is going to have like 24 points scored in it,
Whoa.
I think. Yeah,
Whoa.
so you're not going to be out of this one.
We should mention, too, the
Because
Bengals did.
Will Compton's not playing.
Yeah,
If Will
that's
Compton
true.
was playing in this game,
It would've
then
been defensive
hammer
slugfest.
the fucking under.
We should mention the Bengals did beat the Raiders. We have a lot of rematches. The Bengals beat the Raiders in week 10, I believe, 32-13. What were you going to say, Bubba?
I was going to say, I wish it was at night to take the over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels better.
That's actually
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah.
The
Well, it
ball
will be
travels
kinda
farther
night.
at night.
It will be getting dark it will be dark in the second half. So maybe take the first half under, second half over.
There you go. I like
just
that.
based on light.
All right, so we brought that stat up about the Bengals, but the last time the Raiders won a playoff game was 2002.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So they've never been able to send a Facebook message.
Instagram has the Instagram story from a playoff win.
Facebook started
Never
in what
done.
in 2003.
Yeah.
So they've never been able to poke somebody and tell them that the Raiders won a playoff game.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Billy?
My take: Bengals are super well rested. Raiders are coming off that intense tie game. I think the Bengals got this one.
But doesn't it feel like the Raiders have alligator blood? Like they win games, even the game on Sunday night. The Chargers, I would, if you told me the Chargers and Raiders were going to play 100 times, I think the Chargers are probably the better team, but the Raiders just find what they did it to the Colts the week before.
I think Raiders are a dome team.
I think they're going to get karma for not tying.
For not tying. Oh, you're still stuck on the tie.
Also, we need to find out what happened to that Cincinnati Bengals fan that promised that he would stay on his roof until
Yes.
they won a game.
Yes.
What is this guy doing for the playoffs? Is he back on the roof? I feel like you have to go back to the roof.
Yeah, you have to. Or the Bengals guy who, the famous video, the Bengals fan who painted his entire house Bengal stripes.
Yeah.
And like the first part of the video, he's like, they were asking about him. He's like, yeah, I went through a divorce. I was like, oh, you could stop the video right
Yeah,
there.
obviously.
He literally went through a divorce. He was like, you know what I've always wanted to do? Have my house be a Bengal.
It's such a funny midlife crisis to go through. You're not going out. You're not buying a convertible. You're like, I'm just going to make my entire life football.
Yeah, Bengal. Jake.
I like this game because it feels like the only game where both teams, at least in my lifetime, have had very little to no playoff success.
Yeah, someone's going to have a big
Right.
win that's very memorable for
the
a
franchise.
long time. Yeah, yep.
Every other game, every team's had a playoff win.
You're
in
right.
Times I can remember. This game, the Bengals, all I remember in the playoffs is the fight with the Steelers.
Yep, they should have won that game.
The Raiders, they were the 2 seed one year, I think, when I was in high school.
Well, Connor Cook started that game. Remember?
Yeah.
That was bad.
That's
That
all
was
I
an
remember.
awful
So
game.
it's
Awful,
like
awful
one of
game.
them will have a run.
Also,
They looked cool, though, in those road whites with the silver helmets.
There was also one game that the Bengals had against the Steelers back in 2005, 2006, where on the first play of the game, Carson Palmer tore his ACL.
No. The Bengals and the the Bengals and Steelers.
It was Bengals Steelers,
Yeah,
and it was Kimo von Oelhoffen
Yep.
that rolled into Carson Palmer's leg.
They were really good that year.
They were awesome that year.
Ocho Cinco.
Their offense was unstoppable, and
Bruce
then
Manzata.
they scored a touchdown in that first pass, and then obviously with Palmer out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so the feel-good story is coming out of this game.
Yes.
I'm rooting heavily for the Bengals. I want Joe Burrow. I saw that picture of him smoking a victory cigar after the LSU game, the championship game, and it took me back to January of 2020 when everything was awesome.
Yep.
That's the last time the world was good.
That code change picture he had after the Bengals clinched was awesome.
It was great. Code switch?
Yeah, code switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so great. All right, Saturday night.
That's how I feel when I'm hanging out with Billy versus when I'm hanging out with Jake.
Breaking moves.
Ooh, sorry,
Wow.
Hank. That wasn't good.
Do it again.
No,
Try
that
it
was-
again.
that
Try
was
it
better
again.
than
Try it
Hank.
again.
No,
Try
that
it
was
again.
better than mine is the worst.
Yes, try it again. Try it again. Breaking moves.
The Texans are firing David Culley.
Oh, boo. That's bullshit.
He never had a chance.
That's bullshit. They should, like,
Yeah. Weren't they supposed to be like dead last this
oh,
season?
yeah. And, like, you
Laughing
basically
stock of the league.
are admitting that you hired him just to fire him. Because he couldn't have done better than what he did.
I think that was kind of always the understanding was
Yeah.
that they were hiring David Culley so that they could fire him later. And I think even in his first press conference, David Culley is like, I can't wait to tell my kids one day, my grandkids, that Daddy got to be an NFL head coach for a season.
Yes.
Like I think everybody had an understanding of this is
More than that, it's Daddy won 4 games with Davis Mills.
yeah, exactly. Daddy did a respectable job coaching the Houston
I'm
Texans.
feeling a little weird that we're calling him Daddy.
Granddad.
Okay. Good breaking news.
Yeah. Sorry to Hank, that wasn't
that's
as
fine.
good as
That's
his.
fine. That's fine.
his
Granddad one time punted on third down.
Yeah, granddad. All right, Saturday night, Patriots Bills. Bubba, we'll start with you. How are you feeling as now the voice of Patriots Nation on this show with Hank on the Coco list?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I mean, no, but I'm excited for it at
Okay.
least. Like, I think it'll be an entertaining game.
For sure.
Yes.
My confidence is not very high, though.
Bills fans
Just
are going to
being
be
dead honest.
so
Yeah.
drunk at 8:15 p.m.
It also, I think we're going to get like the full Josh Allen. Like we're getting, he's going to be unleashed because I think I saw a stat that he had the most efficient rushing season for a quarterback ever, which is crazy.
It's also crazy
efficiency,
because
not yards.
Because when you watch him efficiently run the ball, he's doing crazy shit like kneeing people in the face and jumping over them and stiff arming them. So he takes like a very violent way to be efficient.
And they're going to, I mean, there's no holding back. You're in the playoffs, so we're going to see the full Josh Allen. This game is very, because like if you just go by the last month, it's clear the Patriots have started to trend down while the Bills are trending back up. But doesn't it feel like 4.5 points is too much for a division game where everyone knows everyone? This feels like a field goal game.
I like the Bills. I
Yeah.
like them a lot. You're right. I think Big Cat's right that we're going to see full Josh Allen. We're going to see Josh fucking Allen.
I think the Bills are going to win. It feels like a field goal game. It feels like a tight game to me.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Bart Scott says that Josh Allen should take Viagra before the game to
Bonk.
keep the blood flowing
That would be
in
unfortunate.
the freezing cold.
Yeah.
It's actually it's something that some athletes do though. They take Viagra or Cialis and it like dilates your blood vessels more. So it doesn't actually give you a boner during the games.
Ocho Cinco is quoted of been taking Viagra and it caused him to cramp in one game.
Ooh.
Well,
Said that.
Yeah, dehydrates you.
The Seattle Pharma Seahawks of the 2011-2012, they used to take Viagra and Adderall.
Yeah.
They would combine and make
Double.
a cocktail out of it.
Yeah, this game's going to be fun, though. It is. It feels like, I don't know. I love whenever division rivals play in the playoffs. It just feels extra special. All right, Sunday, Eagles-Bucks. Weather alert. Mm-hmm. I've heard there's going to be wind. I've heard there's going to be potential rain. I think the Bucks are going to kill the Eagles.
I think the Eagles are going to cover.
Yeah?
I think it's one of those matchup things.
Well, I have a stat to back that up.
I think they kind of match up. I like the Eagles. They're kind of in. They're the team that's being disrespected the most, I think, in the NFC, where it's like no one's talking about them. They've got guys on the team that have won the playoffs before. They like doing the thing where they go on the road as underdogs. They're probably going to break out the underdog mask again.
Yep.
I haven't seen anybody in Philadelphia wearing German Shepherd masks for a couple years. I think, I like I just think that they're a tough football team.
So the stat that I have that backs that up is Tom Brady is 0-5 against the spread against the NFC East in the playoffs.
There we go.
So he is 0-5. He's 2-3 straight up.
Who's the last quarterback to beat him from that division?
The last quarterback to beat him for that division would be Nick Foles.
Against the spread?
Taylor Heineke.
Yes.
Yeah. Against the spread,
Yep.
he's 0-5.
Yep.
I don't know if the Eagles match up very well against the Bucks because the Bucks have their big strength is run defense. You know what I mean? Like that's what the Eagles want to do. I think if the Eagles can keep it close early, they'll. I know this sounds very stupid. It's almost a Trent Dilfer thing, but game flow wise, they can stay in this game if it stays within that one score range. If they get in a spot in wind, in rain that Jalen Hurts has to throw to win the game, I think that's going to be a problem.
I don't know. I still think that the Eagles are a team that they've got a way to just fuck up a game plan, kind of like the Giants did sometimes against teams that they would have no business competing against. I feel like the Eagles have that experience where they can bring another team down to their level.
So the only thing with the Eagles, and I know this has been pointed out, Eagles fans, I have said many times that I think Nick Sirianni should definitely be in the conversation for Coach of the Year. What they've done is incredible turnaround. If you look under the hood of their season, they beat a lot of bad teams.
They haven't beaten a good team.
They beat all right, so here are their wins. Falcons, Panthers, Lions, Broncos, Saints with Trevor Siemian, and then they finished the season with Jets, Washington football team, Giants, Washington football team.
Right, so they haven't beaten a team that's above 500 besides, I guess you could count the Saints.
Yes, yes. But that was Trevor
Siemian's Saints.
Yes, when they were on their 5-game, 6-game losing streak, whatever it was. So that would give me a little pause. Yeah,
they don't have to beat them; they just have to cover. That's a lot of points. Is my whole
9
thing.
points. 9
I think
points.
Tom Brady playing at 1:00 is good because afternoon, evening,
rested,
Tom Brady.
Yep.
He starts sundowning, forgets what down it is. I think it's going to be an ugly game. I think the weather's going to contribute, and I think the Bucs are going to win by 6.
Okay, win by 6. All right, so that would be covering the spread. Yep. All right, next game, the game for all the children of the 90s. 49ers, Cowboys, just excited. This should just be the John Madden game because these two teams, used to clash all the time, and it was incredible. Did you see the offensive coordinator for the 49ers went mini viral?
Yeah, I saw
it was
him.
awesome.
He does mini everything.
Yeah, he's Mike McDaniel. He was explaining plays. People were talking about it, and then there was a follow-up, which made me laugh very hard. A reporter, I think, for the Niners said, anyone who is hoping to potentially hire Mike McDaniel as their head coach, just know he won't take an interview if your team is in a state that doesn't have legalized marijuana. Not kidding. How awesome is that?
I don't know where this guy came from because me and Big Cat like to think that we have a pretty good pulse of who the guys are in the NFL. Well, I don't know. This guy just kind of popped out of nowhere.
It's because Kyle Shanahan is known so much as an offensive coach that you don't even think you know what I mean? You think Kyle Shanahan's running the whole offense. And then, they got a guy who's calling the plays here.
This guy seems like a guy that's like cleaning Kyle Shanahan's pool.
He's awesome.
That they just hang out, play Tony Hawk Pro Skater every day.
It's like someone from Workaholics got a job as an OC.
Yes.
It's crazy.
He's the man. He does look a lot like Spider.
Yeah. I feel like Greg Williams would be like, he wouldn't take an interview in a state where you can't carry a gun.
Yes, a state where you don't have stand your ground law.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so true. Yes. But this game's going to be awesome. I feel like I have my future on the Cowboys, so I'll probably just have to roll with that. I don't like the matchup. I think the 49ers they're the team in the NFC that they could beat anyone. You know what I mean? They're the team that has the lowest seed where I'm like, yep, if you told me the 49ers ended up in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't think that's that crazy.
I don't like the matchup either for the Cowboys. I want the Cowboys to win for your future.
It's okay.
And I sprinkled some money on them a long time ago just to get to the Super Bowl, not to win. But this would make me very nervous if I was a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, and the one thing you could say about the Cowboys, the strength that they have throwing deep passes, if they can hit them, if Dak is playing well, because he's been up and down, is the weakness of the 49ers defense. So that could be a place where they could exploit it. And Jimmy G, if you can get Jimmy G, if you can get pressure on him, he crumbles quicker than most quarterbacks.
Yeah. Jake?
Who's your guys' front runner for MVP? Is it Kittle?
MVP? Well,
it's Kittle.
We think it's going to be Kittle. Now,
actually, remember we talked about it, how it should be a coach? Mike McCarthy's already won MVP in my book because he said he would get slimed if they won.
Yeah,
for the kids.
So that's what we said.
Yeah.
So
yeah. They asked him about it, and I think let me find the quote. He basically heard the question wrong and then just agreed to it, which I don't think he wanted to agree to it. So yeah, that would be sick if he got slimed.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer definitely knows age of consent laws in every state.
Yes,
depending on where he's going to be hired.
Yes, definitely.
Just do your own research
you were
on that
sitting
one.
on that one.
Yeah.
Excited for this broadcast.
Your buddy.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Noah.
The baby bird.
Baby bird.
Yeah.
The baby bird.
Listen, I think Kittle should be the MVP of this game, but just imagining slime dripping down Mike McCarthy's face is very funny to me. It's like that's a laugh out loud image that I will get to carry with me for the rest of my life. So I don't know. I also don't want to have to give the MVP to Kittle if they lose. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So here's what we got to do. We have to be coordinated here. Yep. I think we go on the. You should be following the Pardon My Take Twitter account. We go off of the Pardon My Take Twitter account. We will announce once voting opens who we are going to have win the MVP. We do control it. We controlled it last year. We control it this year. We'll control it for the rest of the time. Like, think of it as the Hall of Fame vote. We get all the votes. We get to decide. You, the listeners, and us here, this is a very big honor. Everyone who's listening to this right now, you are part of the MVP committee. So we will decide this, and we will make sure that we get a winner.
It made last year's game so much better because that was a stinker of a game. It was the Saints and the Bears. Nobody gave a fuck what was going on until, like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just give Mitch an award.
Yeah.
On his way out the door. And then I feel like the internet kind of came together.
Yes.
Everybody was just being very pure and supporting.
We should definitely if the Cowboys are going to lose, I'll say this right now, we have to get it for Dak because that would be funny. And you know he'll be upset.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah, just be very funny. Be like, Dak, and if we ever interview him again, which I hope we do, one of our favorite guests.
His favorite color is gray.
Yeah, we could ask him. Here's the quote. Mike McCarthy asked if he'd be willing to get slimed. He responded, "Do I want to get signed? Oh, slimed. Okay, I obviously haven't put on Nickelodeon lately. I don't even know what slime is. Rich, you want to help me out? Anything for the children."
So he thinks he's getting slime for the kids?
I don't know.
Just tell him it's for the kids.
What an all-time quote. Signed? Slimed.
I would like to see Mike McCarthy get slimed or Jerry Jones getting slimed would be funny, too. I don't know if he'll be an option on the poll, though.
Yeah. Maybe Steven
Jones.
Yeah.
Jerry slimes Steven Jones.
Yes.
For him as like a stand-in champion.
I just love that read like Michael Scott's transcript from the deposition. Signed? Okay, slimed? Rich.
It would also be kind of funny if the 49ers lost and then we gave it to Jimmy G.
Yeah. That would be nice too. Or Debo, because we love him. We'll figure it out. But just go on our word.
Yeah.
Just be ready to vote. Be ready to vote early, vote often. We should actually get memes. Make a picture that people can post on their Twitter, like an I voted sticker. So they can show everyone that they voted. They did their duty as an American and they voted for the MVP.
If you're in line, stay in line. They have to let you vote.
Don't let them intimidate you out of voting. Please do not.
We'll be delivering waters to everybody that's in line.
And if we don't win the vote, we will protest forever.
Yep.
Okay,
Storm's coming.
Last game. Big Ben going to KC. I don't know. This is
Big Ben's doing a reverse jinx on himself.
Yeah, he said they're going to lose.
Listen, we're going to get our butts kicked. We might as well just go out there and have fun. The more the week goes on, the more I'm thinking this might be a win-win for Big Ben game.
Yeah.
It might be.
I did say they're a team of destiny. Now, I also followed up by saying the destiny is to lose by 30 to the Chiefs in the first round, but they might be a team of destiny.
If TJ Watt goes off, it's a possibility.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? It's TJ Watt needs to have
strip, sack, fumble return for a touchdown.
3.5 sacks, and one of those is that. Yeah, so a defensive touchdown, 3.5 sacks for TJ Watt.
I think if TJ Watt scores 12 points, they win.
I think Najee Harris has to have 275 yards rushing.
Okay, I think they can't punt.
Yep.
If they have 0 punts.
I think Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill have to be on the COVID list before the game.
I think if Jackson Mahomes starts at wide receiver.
Yes. They have some good chemistry.
They do.
Yeah.
He's pretty tall.
Dude,
he's pretty tall.
Like 6'8".
His 6 goal line fade option.
His touchdown dances would be amazing.
I saying all this, I actually am excited to bet on the Steelers because it does anything you know about NFL, betting, whatever. If everyone in the world says this is going to be an absolute shithousing blowout, like don't even watch the game, Steelers are going to keep it tight.
So I need to know what color uniforms the Steelers are wearing. If they're wearing the black uniforms at night, I think I got it. They probably
have to wear the white.
To wear the white
because they're going to be wearing red at KC.
If they were wearing the blacks, I would say that they have an opportunity.
Big Ben's last game.
I think they've won all their Super Bowls in the whites.
Yeah, that's true. The 2 that they won were both in the whites.
It was actually the first Super Bowl I ever remember was the Seahawks-Steelers Super Bowl. And to see Big Ben...
Wow, you are old.
Yeah, see Big Ben really take it one last time.
I was in Detroit.
Yeah.
No, Big Ben didn't play in that game. His stats, I mean, he was actually, I think, statistically the worst quarterback winning stats for a Super Bowl winning quarterback ever.
Actually,
in that game,
the refs won that game.
I'm going to find it. It's comical. No, I'm not, because Antoine Randall threw the touchdown.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
I think
awesome.
Hines Ward was the MVP of that game for catching the touchdown pass thrown by Antoine Randall.
Yeah, hold on, I'm pulling it up. It's I mean, he was early in his career, so you can't like.
He
was very, very good in the game against the Cardinals that they won. So the Steelers won 21-10, and Big Ben was 9 for 21, 123 yards and 2 interceptions.
Not great, but he scored a rushing touchdown, didn't he?
He
was actually short.
Yes.
He was short on the
7
touchdown.
for 25.
But the refs gave him the score. Yeah.
Yeah, seven rushes for 25 yards. Antoine Randall was 1 for 1 for 43 yards and a touchdown.
All right, so I mean, we gave you the formula for the Steelers to win this game, but in reality, I feel like the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, the Chiefs are going to win, but just keep it close. Keep it close, Steelers. Try to keep it close.
I'm going to bet on the Steelers.
Yeah, I am too. I absolutely have to. Maybe money line. Who cares? It's Big Ben's last game. Have to. All right. Well, let's save Monday night for Sunday night, because then we'll have a little bit of an understanding of how everything's played out, and we can throw it in there, because that's we'll get excited for Monday night. I'm just so happy that we have Monday Night Football playoffs.
So what game are you looking forward to the most this weekend? Because for me, it's easy. It's Saturday night.
Oh, I think I'm looking forward to Sunday afternoon the most. Cowboys 49ers.
Saturday night, under the lights.
No, that
Bills,
one's going to be incredible.
Patriots in Buffalo.
I just think
you're going to see just like steam and vaporized vodka coming off the stands of the Bills Mafia. They're going to be drinking for about 12 hours going into this game. It's going to be cold as shit. Josh Allen's going to be screaming, and there's going to be that steam coming out of the front of his face mask.
Yep.
I can't wait.
The only reason that's not number one, that's probably number 2 for me. The only reason it's not number 1 is that I think that game has potential to be like a 13-6 game. You know what I mean? Whereas I think the Niners will have some big-time plays, big-time playmakers. I'm excited for that one. And also the colors. Like,
It'll be great crowd shots in that game.
Yes.
Of just drunk-ass people, cold, breathing.
And if the Bills lose, there'll be some great, sad Buffalo
like
crowd
fat,
shots.
sad guys.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I have a prediction.
Yes.
I think there's going to be a dildo on the field again.
Ooh, okay. Call your shot.
Billy got a DM, it sounds like.
No, I just have a feeling.
You just have a dildo feeling?
I got a feeling they're going to be on their best behavior.
You got to follow it. You got to follow it.
I've got a cool number thing on this game.
Oh, I love your cool number things.
I just saw this. The spread is 4.
Yep.
The temperature is going to be 4. The over-under is 44.
Whoa.
I don't know
what
how.
Does this mean?
I don't know. It's just cool.
It's just a lot of fours.
It's a lot of 4s.
We got to go to Wendy's.
It's a force field.
Yeah.
Why? What's at Wendy's?
Jay-Z album.
4 for 4.
Maybe someone will score 4 touchdowns.
Ooh. Okay, so we got to bet someone. We got to bet Josh Allen to score 4 touchdowns rushing.
There it is.
Or
What does that pay?
what about passing?
What does that pay?
I don't know if that's available.
That would be awesome.
We'll see, though.
Okay, let's get to our interviews. We got awesome interviews. We have Green Bay head coach Matt LaFleur, and then we have Stetson Bennett right after that. Before we do that, movement in a tiny apartment in Southern California. 2 college dropouts teamed up to create a watch company that broke all the rules with fair prices, unexpected colors, and clean original designs. Movement MVMT grew into one of the fastest growing watch brands, shipping to over 160 countries across the globe. Now Movement has expanded into their best-selling Everscroll blue light filtering glasses. Go check it out right now. Movement has some awesome glasses. The Revler frames fit my face perfectly. Feel super duper and super durable, and high quality. They look good. You feel good. Blue light also can be super harsh on your eyes, and some studies show that too much exposure to blue light may lead to disrupted sleeping patterns, other health effects. If you're staring at a screen, perfect weekend right now, super wildcard weekend. That's why you need your Movement MVMT Everscrolls. They are absolute game changers. They're crafted with top-tier materials. MVMT Everscrolls filter out nearly 90% of the most intense blue light rays and feature anti-glare lenses for elevated comfort. If you want to protect your eyes with style that doesn't break the bank, join Movement and get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/pardon. That's mvmt.com/pardon. Go check it out today. You look good. You got great watches, great accessories, great glasses, everything. mvmt.com/pardon. Okay, here he is, Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, 2 years ago, he said, "Hey, I'm going to take this
Okay, we now welcome on a guest. It's Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. Coach, you're on your bye week. Congratulations. I actually was thinking about this interview. You had an incredible year. I wrote down some fake questions and some real questions, so I'll let you decide which one you want me to start with.
Of course, the fake questions.
Okay. Should Aaron Rodgers be in jail or prison?
I knew you were going to come with that one, man. You guys got a big beef with Aaron. The first time I did your show, I knew you were a Bears guy, but I didn't realize to that extent.
Well, you torture.
So,
it's torture. It's torture. Let's talk about the season. It's torture. You win the NFC North. You have an incredible – this is your third year. You win games like in an incredible clip. The bye week that you have means so much more now because obviously there's only one team that gets it. Rest versus rust. It's our favorite debate to do. Where's that line if you're a coach and like how you deal with your team?
That is the magic question. I don't think anybody has the right answer for. So that is a big reason why we played our guys in that last week versus Detroit, because we felt like 3 weeks is a little too much rest, and definitely wanted to keep the momentum going as best as we could.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there were people that were just like screaming at you online. I'm sure you pay a lot of attention to what random people online say about your in-game coaching decisions. But, I mean, that had to play some sort of factor where you're watching your starters out there. Like, how much time should they play? Is there that much of a difference between, playing one half of football in the final week versus playing a full game or playing none of the game? Like, how'd you make that decision?
It was kind of just a gut decision. We were going to kind of see how the game was going. We kind of had a plan going into it as far as just some of our key players like Aaron and Devontae and Kenny Clark and some of those guys in terms of mainly just the first half. But I think it's more or less just the preparation for getting ready to go out and there to compete. Just the mental that you have, or just getting your mind right to go out there and play a football game.
Did you did you consider just asking them like, hey, let's put it up to a team vote. Do you guys want to play? And then if they had said yes, then you can be like, okay, you're not going to play. I just want to know that you're mentally prepared to play.
We could have done that. We did not do that.
That's what I would have done.
Is there rust for the coaching staff, or are you guys just grinding like throughout the entire bye week?
Oh, for the bye week, there's definitely some rest. I told our guys I want them out every night before dinner, be home and kind of reacclimate with your families and reconnect with your families. But absolutely, I think you got to take advantage of this time. It's more or less, we want to be very efficient and still get the work in, because there's a lot of self-scout and stuff that you can do to try to help just kind of get a little bit further ahead as you approach the next game.
So let me give you a rust question to help you out. Keep your mind sharp because you're with us right now, not studying, not getting ready for the opponent, whatever. I'm not gonna point fingers. I'm gonna give you a hypothetical scenario for the playoffs.
Who's our opponent?
That's a good point. All right, I'm gonna give you a hypothetical. The Bears haven't had a bye in a very long time. I'm gonna give you a hypothetical situation for the playoffs. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
You're down 8. It's 4th and goal from the 8. There's 2 minutes left, and you have all 3 timeouts. You're going to need a stop either way. Do you go for it, or do you kick a field goal and make a 2-possession game a 2-possession game?
I'll tell you what, you would go there, Big Cat.
What? That's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
I don't – Did that happen to you?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I almost boycotted the Barstool app after that game.
Yeah,
I love reading what you guys put out there. But,
yeah, I think it also it just happened to coincide with when that giant ship was stuck in the canal and they were trying to dig it out with a little shovel, and so the memes of your field goal being the shovel digging out the ship of the 8-point lead. It was like a perfect storm against you.
It's also like, I mean, you are a phenomenal head coach. I can say that. And you got your team poised for a deep playoff run. So I have to find, like, this is all I have. That's literally all I have. So it's it. Like, you're good looking, and that pisses me off too. So I basically have you doing a coward's field goal instead of going for it, and I will hold on to that for the rest of my life. You just have to know that.
I'll tell you what, you look at how many plays inside the red zone, especially you're talking about 8+ are successful in that situation. And I just felt like it was best. I thought our defense was playing well and thought we could get the stop. And unfortunately, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's got to work out. Whatever decision you make, it's got to work out.
It's true, and that leads to a good point that we've had this discussion a lot this year. It feels like this year was the year of teams going for it and it becoming more commonplace. You saw, obviously, the Chargers, Brandon Staley did it a lot. How do you come to that decision? Is it strictly numbers, or walk me through exactly how a process goes down of like, this is when we want to go for it, this is when we don't?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of you try to take everything into the equation in terms of the circumstance, who you're playing, how your offense is playing. I would say typically we've been pretty aggressive over the last couple of years because we have a lot of confidence in our guys on offense to go out there and execute. And hindsight's 20/20. Like I said, it didn't work out, and I got to live with that. But I do think, had I be in that same situation again, I really do think that was the best thing for us. They didn't call many DPIs or defensive holdings till that last drive, and we got dinged with it. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah. I respect your willingness to go down with the ship on that decision. Like, I made that choice. I would do it the exact same way again. Like, if you're gonna go one way, go 100% in that direction. Don't look back with any regrets after the fact. Do you talk to Brandon Staley though about because I know that he's become the guy this year. You coached with him in Los Angeles.
I did not. I never coached with Brandon. Matter of fact,
really?
I had talked to him prior to when he left to go to Denver, but the Bears may or may not have blocked him from potentially coming here.
It's like one of the only good things they've done in a very long time.
Good job. So, but it sounds like you have a relationship with him. Have you gone back and forth, and do head coaches in the NFL? Do you share the latest things that you're thinking about strategy and percentages and all that stuff, or are you just siloed in with your guys trying to figure out what the best thing for you to do is?
Yeah, I'd say we're more siloed in. I think that you got a couple guys that you talk to. It's definitely easier when they are in the AFC. I talked to Robert Saleh quite a bit. I still talk to Sean every now and again, but that gets a little bit more complicated, especially this time of year when we're both competing for the same thing. But you definitely have your guys that you talk to throughout the course of the season. So
you talk to the Jets. The Bears are looking for a new head coach. I got a guy circled. He's the offensive coordinator for the New York Jets. I thought he did a fantastic job this year. If your brother gets named the Bears coach, what's your reaction? Oh, I'd throw a party for him, man. That'd be great. I love kicking his ass twice a year. Okay, so no, I don't want him as the coach. He's off my list. I just put him off my list. I took him off my list. There it is. Who do you not want to see the Bears? I'll tell you what. I do think, and I'm not being a homer here. I think my brother did a really good job. I am his toughest critic, I promise you. After every game, I'm always watching it and asking him questions on why he chose to do what he did, and I do think he's got a bright future in this league. Yeah, I mean, he did some amazing things with Mike White. We'll always have the Mike White games. Yes. And then Flacco. Yeah, so if you were to have Johnson. Yeah, exactly. Not easy, yeah. Maybe you can explain something to us about Josh Johnson, because we've talked about him a lot on the show. He seems like a guy that's universally respected in the NFL. And he's had so many different jobs that, if you need an emergency quarterback, he's the guy that you call. You have any insight why a guy like that has never stuck around on a team? Yeah, a lot of it's just circumstance. I think just getting an opportunity and being put in a position to be successful, because a lot of these quarterbacks, you got to have people around you too now. And if you don't, or you're put in a situation where it's tough sledding, then a lot of times teams will just cast you away, and then you got to try to
recreate yourself somewhere else. And Josh has hung around for a really long time. He's done a really good job.
Yeah, well, I brought that up because you kind of did that to one of our best friends in the entire world, Blake Bortles, and you threw him out like he was yesterday's trash. It was incredibly disrespectful the way that
don't.
you. Yeah, well, then
I love Blake.
No, you
then,
don't.
then why'd you
I
fire
love
him?
Blake.
No, you don't.
Hey guys, I just coach the team. I don't pick the players.
We were
We
so
love
happy.
Blake. Yeah.
I bought a Green Bay Packers Blake Bortles jersey. I might be the only person in the world that has one of those. But
I'm gonna get one too. I'm gonna wear it next time on here.
what was his effect like on the team when he joined?
Oh, Blake is great. He is great in the room. He's a guy that's played a lot of ball. Certainly, he's got a great relationship with not only Aaron but our offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. They won a lot of games together in Jacksonville. So Blake's a guy that has been around. He's got a great experience, and he's just a great person to be around each and every day. Brings a lot of energy to that room.
Sounds like a guy you'd want to have stick around. He's so great, we got rid of him.
It sounds like a guy that I would personally stand on the table for him.
Yeah.
Did you?
I would love to. I mean, my daughter's only 7 months, but I would love for Blake Bortles to marry her when she's of age.
That's kind of creepy, man.
No, it is very creepy. As it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, dude, what are you doing? Stop. Stop.
But that's what a great guy Blake Bortles is.
That's how great of a guy he is.
That's how strongly we feel about him.
So we're going to run this on Friday, Wild Card Weekend. You going to watch all the games? Do you watch all the games, and how do you watch them? Do you watch them strictly as a fan, or are you like actually watching them and being like, all right, this team does this. They did something new. I'm going to pick that up. How does that go down?
I would say a little bit of both. It just depends how many glasses of wine I've had during the game.
Okay. So, yeah, maybe Saturday night a little less, and then Sunday you're back to watching. Yeah.
No, definitely the games. I would say the NFC games, you definitely want to pay a little bit more attention to, and just in terms, because you could play any one of those teams. So, or I shouldn't say anyone, you could play for the teams.
Yeah, right. You can't play the Bucs.
Just like off the top of your head, if you're looking at the Eagles and the Bucs playing, would you say that the Bucs are like 9 points better than the Eagles?
Trying to get a little ahead for.
No, I'm just curious. Like you're an expert. You watch a lot of film. You've seen these teams play. You look for stuff that I don't even know to look for. So, like, I was thinking 9 points sounds about. If I were to make a prediction, that's what I would say. I was curious what your thoughts were.
Every game's a little bit different. I'll tell you what; those are two teams, though. This year we didn't play, so don't have as much familiarity again with them from this season, but and especially with new leadership there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. You didn't play the 49ers. You didn't play the Cowboys. You played the 49ers. You didn't play the Cowboys or the Bucs or the Eagles. So there's actually, that's the great part about playoffs is when you see those matchups, you're like, oh, I wonder how they'd match up against each other.
Yeah, you definitely try to get ahead this week and take a peek at all these teams that you're less familiar with and try to somewhat predict what you could be facing in that next round.
Even after you've had a great season like you have in Green Bay, do you still go back and just like think to yourself, what the hell happened against the Saints?
Oh, yeah, that was not our finest moment, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, there had to be like a little bit of doubt that creeped into your mind after that game because it was such an ass kicking, and it didn't look like your. I mean, it really was. Your team looks a lot different now in the way they played compared to the way they played then. Was there any like big change that you made after that game that you can look back on and say, here's the mistake and here's the correction?
There was a lot of teaching after that game, but I think it was just so out of character for our football team, for a lot of our players, and obviously we didn't get our guys prepared to that extent. It definitely made you second guess some of the decisions that we made in the preseason, not playing our guys, again, getting them just that ability to get mentally prepared to go in to compete at your best level in an NFL football game, because you guys see it every week. Shoot, you saw it last week with Jacksonville and Indy going down there, having an opportunity to win, and you're in the dance. And, a team that probably nobody thought could do it showed up and knocked them off. So each and every week, you got to be your best.
Yeah, it's an interesting point because as fans, we freak out. Like we're very reactionary. I watched that game week 1. I was like, oh hell yes, they're done. It's over. Like, at what point do you as a coach freak out? Like, does it have to be a few games in a row where you see something off, or is it just steady Eddie the whole way? Because I'm always, it's just crazy to me how people can watch a game and then flush it down the toilet and go to the next one. I know that's the cliche thing you're supposed to do, but I can't do that. I stick to those games for the rest of the year. I'm like, the Packers suck. The Jameis kicked their ass.
Yeah, no, it's as coaches, we freak out after every play. What are you talking about?
Okay, good. Human.
You guys, I wish you guys could come on our headsets and just hear the discussions that take place. I think a lot of people would be pretty horrified.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be
me.
Yeah, it's got to be high intensity.
You ever like get personal with somebody during a game?
Oh no, you try not to go there, and not to say that it's never happened. I've definitely heard it before, but you never try to really go there.
Yeah, you're definitely up for Coach of the Year. You'll probably get votes. The other guy who might get votes, and he's our personal Coach of the Year. You coached with him, Mike Vrabel. What is so special about Mike Vrabel? Because I think it goes under the radar sometimes how good of a job he does. What is that quality that he has that you're like, that's what he does that's better than everyone else?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding. No, Braves does a great job, man. I think when you look at his team, they kind of take on his personality, and he is a no-nonsense, very direct type of coach, and he's going to tell you exactly how it is, and it doesn't matter if you're the best player or the worst player on your team. He holds nothing back, and that's what you love and appreciate about him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, he
doesn't like us.
He's also just like intimidating.
Yeah.
He's just a big dude.
Yeah.
I actually think that he could probably he's still the coach that could kick everybody's ass in a Royal Rumble.
I would agree with that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who could
well, let's take a look here.
He's got an edge to him.
He
man.
slapped me on the back in Indy at the combine, and it hurt.
Very hard.
It hurt.
Big, like a bear claw handshake.
Yeah.
I'm going through the list here. Do you think you could beat up Sean McVay?
Oh yeah. Are
Yeah,
you kidding me?
Definitely.
What about
Definitely.
Kyle?
I love Sean too, man.
But
Braves he's a big man. The guy that would be interesting because he's another guy that just has that mentality is him and Dan Campbell. That'd be a heck of a match right there.
Yeah,
that's true.
So where would you rank yourself though? That's what I was asking. Could you beat up Sean? Could you beat up Kyle? Who wins the matchup of the former Redskins coaches?
Sean's a pretty strong guy, but Kyle, no doubt about it.
Well, also
we
Kyle
may or may
owns-
not have had a wrestling match in our past.
Oh, okay. 3-way?
Oh no.
Kyle owns Sean. Do you give Sean any shit for that in the offseason? Like every time they clash, Kyle seems to have their number.
Yeah, they definitely get prepared for them, and he is what 6-0 in the last 6 games.
Yeah. So in terms of culture and what you do as a coach, would you say it's good or bad culture to have your players screaming profanities on national television at a bunch of fans that paid good hard-earned money to go see the game and pay their salaries?
Hey, a lot of stuff happens in the heat of battle.
Mm-hmm. So bad culture?
Call it what you want, man. I mean, if people are flicking you off and
unreported
screaming obscenities at you, how would you respond?
Photoshop. That was photoshopped. Clearly doctored image.
What's funny is there was one picture that I think had like 20 different Bears fans
so many
flipping Aaron off at once, and just one like little snapshot in time. Speaking of Aaron,
the fans are brutal in this league, man.
I know.
But that's what makes it so exciting at the same time.
Is there like one fan base that you can count on? Like these guys are going to be creative and they're going to be mean.
Oh God, there's a guy in Seattle that's epic.
Oh, the Hulk,
the Sea-Hulk.
Sea-Hulk?
I don't. The guy right when you come out the locker room, he knows everything about you, your family. I'll never forget. So my brother, we're not the tallest guys, and we're walking out there. We're playing Seattle. It was 2016, game that went right down to the wire. But Mike was walking out, and the fan goes, "Hey, little guy, what are they going to ball you up and shoot you out of cannon at halftime?" I mean, it was epic. It was something that we definitely don't let him live down to this day.
Yeah, I like that. I like a good creative fan. I feel like a lot of times in the NFL, like the rowdiest fan bases or the drunkest fan bases, they get more shine, which is fair because drunk fan bases are objectively awesome. But like the real creative ones, the weirdos, those are the ones that I respect a little bit. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that one guy in Seattle, see if I can't figure out who he is.
Just go right by the visiting locker room. This guy's epic. Everybody knows who he is. And then there's, you got Philly and Buffalo. Those fans are epic as well. Yeah.
I don't know if I talked to you about this last time we interviewed you, but there's been kind of like a quest that I've been on for the last 2.5 years or so, and that's to open football coaches' eyes to the use of the planned downfield lateral in the game. So, we've all seen the hook and ladder. It makes its appearance, once every couple of years. You might run it as a trick play, as a gimmick play. But I think that the coach that embraces designing wide receiver routes that are set up so that they'll have somebody running off them after they catch the ball, or even just having two guys run downfield at the same time with an option to pitch, kind of like a downfield quarterback option type thing. I think a coach that realizes how to use that strategy correctly and smartly, and just kind of, say, okay, there is a risk to turning the ball over when you do this, but the opportunity to get, a 50, 60-yard play off it is so much higher than the risk. I think the first coach that figures out how to do that correctly is going to change the game of football. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to be the first one to really implement that into your playbook, and then you can be the best coach of all time and then give me all the credit for it.
Well, why don't you just come in, you teach me, and you show me what you want. We'll implement it.
It'd be a shame.
It's got to be during OTAs, though.
I'm happy to do it. I'll get some of the Fijian rugby players together. We'll come up. We'll teach you how to offload the ball properly, and then boom, dynasty.
And bonus, PFT just had COVID, so he's immunized. Immunized. There you go. So you're good.
I got it twice, so I'm super immunized.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll tell you what. This is not made up. I had a guy when I was in Tennessee came up to me. He was one of our a chiropractor or somebody, and he told me that he could teach us that rugby style and we'd score every time. I said, okay, man, that's an off-season project.
Mm-hmm. And what happened?
I left and got the job in Green Bay, so never came to fruition.
So that guy's just sitting there. He's probably standing outside your office wondering where the hell you've been for the last 4 years.
He's been waiting for you.
Right?
No, listen, there are a lot of haters and doubters out there, especially the old conservative coach. You might see somebody that's been around the league for 40, 50 years that's like, I don't want to turn the ball over. Yeah, that's a risk, but guess what else happens when you do this play? You score 70 points a game. Okay, if I told you could score 70 points a game, is that something you would be interested in learning?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then we can make some business happen here.
All right, let's go.
My rates are reasonable.
What's the perfect temperature for a playoff game? Because I'd have to imagine, obviously everyone, Lambeau, cold, elements, everything. There has to be a temperature, though, that sucks for you personally. So is there a spot where you're waking up on game day, you're like, I hope it's 22 degrees. So it sucks for them, but I'm used to it.
The colder, the better here.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I got some secrets now. But I can't share them because I don't want to, we're about to play some teams in here and don't want their coaches feeling comfortable on the sidelines.
Yeah. Wait, you've got like performance enhancing substances that you might use?
Never that.
Cover your face in Vaseline or something, trap the heat in?
No.
Maybe that.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you one. So we were playing the Rams a few weeks ago, and Sean came out with hardly anything on. And I'm like, dude, you're going to freeze. And he had a wetsuit on underneath.
Oh, yeah. I think Brady used to do that.
Cali
Brady
boy.
used to always wear the wetsuit.
I had never thought of it, never heard of it. And so I may or may not have adopted that little secret.
Purchased a wetsuit.
Do you pee in it?
It really keeps you warm. If you
I
do
know
that.
you're supposed to be in it. I don't know if you. That would be so awesome if they zoom in on Matt LaFleur's face, like he's peeing right now.
Listen, you got to see.
You see an awkward look.
Yeah. Have you ever
real still and quiet? You know what's going on.
Actually, good question. Have you ever had to leave the sidelines during a game because you got to pee?
No.
Never.
Not as actually in college. We were playing up at Northern Michigan University, and it was third or fourth quarter. We had just come off the field, and I had to go to the bathroom so bad I ran into the public restroom right off the concourse.
Hilarious.
Took a leak and went back out to the game.
That's amazing.
When you got to go, you got to go. I'm asking this about no player in particular that you coach. Do you guys? Is there a drug testing policy that checks for hallucinogens or LSD or ayahuasca or anything that might change a player's entire mindset during an off season?
I don't believe so. I don't know.
I don't think that there is. Yeah,
I'm just a ball coach, guys. I don't.
Just a
I don't
ball
know.
coach.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, here's another brain buster for you. 3 times 3 less or more than 8.
Excuse me?
3 times
More
3
than 8
less
is
or
more than 8.
So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to kick 3 field goals in the last 2 minutes of the game. That's smart. No, that was smart. Okay, now I got it.
Okay, Big Cat. I got you, man. I ain't never coming out of
genius.
this show again.
Never have to get in the end zone when you kick 3 field goals.
Here's a real math question. We ask this to every coach that we have. If you score a touchdown, you're down by 14 points. What do you do?
Oh,
How much time's left?
5 minutes left.
Go for 2.
there we go. All right, you're right
Smart.
there. That's smart. It's just the math play.
We did it last year against the Vikings at home.
Yeah, you got to do it. It's the math play.
What if you score a touchdown? 3 minutes left. Score a touchdown. You're down by 9.
Well, that's just 4 field
Down
goals.
by 9.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to just kick the extra point.
But you got to. Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, after you score, you're down by 9?
Yeah, you score. You're down by 9. Do you kick a field goal to go down 8, or do you go for 2, go down 7?
Oh, after you score?
Yeah, after you score.
Yeah, I think you got to make it. I think you got to make it the 1 possession game.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Probably
or
not.
a 3 field goal game. That's what I call
Yeah,
an 8
or
point
that.
game.
I
8
just,
point
you
games
know,
with 3
I
field
just
goal
like to
games.
kick field goals. So
All right, well, I'm going to do something that because I actually like you, and it pains me that I like you. And
I appreciate that,
I
man.
did
That's
compliment.
coming up.
Yeah, Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to compliment you
I
again.
was going to say that means a lot coming from a Bears fan.
Yes, and I complimented you a few weeks ago. I said you were too attractive as a head coach. It's bullshit. Like, it's just bullshit. Whatever. I'm going to do something I never thought I would do, and it pains me to say this, but you guys are going to win the Super Bowl this year. It's pretty much guaranteed. I might actually mortal lock it. If you win the Super Bowl, I'd like you to come back on Pardon My Take, and I will eat shit. Not actual shit, because PFT's already done that, but I will interview you and be like, hey, Coach, how was winning the Super Bowl? And it will be the most painful interview of my life. But again, you guys are guaranteed to win the Super Bowl, so that's what I'm going to do.
You're definitely trying to jinx us.
No, I'm not.
I think
absolutely.
he just wants
At
to get
all.
you back here in person and introduce you to his daughter.
Yeah, exactly. She's probably
Now, that's really creepy.
She's probably a year or 2 away from understanding that 9 is more than 8. So that'll be the first math lesson. No, but listen, proclaimed. The Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, and Matt LaFleur is going to come back on Pardon My Take as a Super Bowl winning head coach. Hey, you know what?
Congrats.
Let's clap it up for Matt winning the Super Bowl.
I do have a question for you about like teams, because I'm not going to ask you who you'd be looking forward to or who you want to play in the next round. But I will say, I'll ask you this way: which team would you most like to beat on the way to a Super Bowl?
I'm not answering that question. I'll tell you what. Like when you look at it, every team is going to be difficult from here on out. That's just facts. You better bring your A game when you play in a playoff game. Otherwise, you're going to get your ass beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the Steelers?
Anybody that's in this thing. And shoot, it's every week in the league. Even the teams that don't make it, you better bring your A game. Otherwise, you're going to get your ass beat.
Look what happened last week. You guys lost to the Lions. You're limping into the playoffs.
You're right. Kudos to them.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us. I actually, in all seriousness, you are an incredible head coach. You had a great year. It pains me to say all these things. I look like that. It's that meme, the Wolverine meme. And I look at Matt LaFleur's face, and I just wish I had a coach like that. But we'll cut all this part, all the stuff that I'm saying that's nice about you. Worst of luck, but if you do win it all, which you're going to win it all, you're coming back on the show.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, congratulations.
Guaranteed. Congratulations. Let's clap it up one more
Good
time.
job, Matt.
Super Bowl winning head coach Matt LaFleur.
You guys are unbelievable, man. I love it, though. I love the banter.
Are you nervous about your end of the year job review with 30,000 owners that get to sit down and tell you what you screwed up?
Oh, every day. That's all I think about. Matter of fact, we had this recent stock sale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's still going on. If you're interested, maybe I'll buy you some.
I'm already.
I can't do that.
I'm an owner. I tried to give one to Big Cat.
You can't transfer.
On the back it says non-transferable.
Yep.
What you just tried to do there?
Fraud.
That's SEC fraud.
So guess what?
And you're on tape.
Hey, you know what? Good news. Jail or prison, your quarterback's already there.
You guys are wrong, man.
Oh, all right. Well, Coach.
But I did buy my own stock because I get tired of everybody telling me that they're owners. So guess what? I'm a part owner too.
That's insider trading, though.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
That's beautiful.
I don't know what I can and cannot do outside of football.
Yeah. Clear Gatorade or yellow Gatorade you're hoping for?
Not going to answer that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome, guys. Good talking to you guys.
See you, man.
All right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, man. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Take care.
I'm not going to wish you luck, but whatever. You're a really good coach. I'll fucking admit that.
Eagles are definitely going to.
I appreciate it, man.
Matt LaFleur is brought to you by our great friends over at Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping with the code PMT when you go to manscaped.com. We love Manscaped. We love everything that they've sent us here. They've got a new shed travel bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs that are free gifts to keep all your goodies stored comfortably when you order the Performance Package 4.0. What's in the Performance Package 4.0? Well, you got the Signature Lawnmower 4.0. It's an electric trimmer. It's designed to trim hair on loose skin. The advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on your delicate nuts. It also comes equipped with a 4000K LED spotlight that will shine a light to the promised land that 2022 looks to be. A grooming routine is not complete without applying Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver before showing off your 2022 self. These unique formulations take care of the smelliest parts of your body, and they're a big boost to your confidence in the new year. At Manscaped, their Lawnmower 4.0 is the best shaver. It's the best trimmer that they've ever put out. It's perfect. It's also waterproof. You can use it in the shower. If you shower, just use it in there. It makes cleanup super easy. You don't have to worry about short-circuiting your trimmer. You don't have to worry about it being able to work in the water. With Manscaped, the lawnmower is good to go. You can get 20% off and free shipping with the code PMT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with promo code PMT. New year, no pubes. And now, Stetson Bennett the fourth.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is national champion Stetson Bennett, the fourth. Stetson Bennett the fourth. I mean, with a name like that, you got to pass it down through many generations. All right, so Stetson, we appreciate you coming on. I know you got a lot of partying to do. We wanted to have you on, give the dogs some shine, and I know you've probably done a million interviews, and everyone's like, hey, tell us your story. We know the story. I have a different question to start. That first drive on Monday night, did you know that you looked like the most rattled man in America?
Well, the ball when I fumbled the ball, it was because it was like freezing cold in the stadium. It was like 50 degrees in there, and so I hadn't started sweating. So it just slipped out of my hands. Thank God. Thank God I fell.
That was that start. I bet on Georgia, and it was the sack, and then that. I was like, uh-oh. But credit to you. I mean, like the first 2 drives didn't go so great, but you settled down. Like what was going through your head when you start the game? Not great. Are you saying was there a moment where it clicked? Like, all right, we're good. Like I can do this. This is a regular game. Just settle down and make your throws.
Yeah, like the whole time, we were in the first half. We just had so many penalties. The first drive started off with the sack. We had 3 drives start off with like false start or holding or hands to the face or something like that. And I mean, we were in like 3rd and 10 plus, like most of the first half. And that's just, it's hard to overcome all that stuff when you're playing Alabama. But we always felt confident, especially with our defense, playing the way they played. I don't know. It was just like, all right, the whole team, we were all like the first few drives, we kind of, I don't know, shot ourselves in the foot, but we kind of settled in there after that.
Yeah.
You ended up settling down pretty nicely there. One other negative play I'd like to hear you talk about, though, before we get to the good stuff, is the fumble. Because the fumble was very interesting to me because in real time it looked like it was an incomplete pass. I don't know how you felt after the ball left your hand, if you thought instinctually, okay, I fumbled it, or if you thought that you threw it forward. But the ball ended up going forward. I'm not a physics major. In fact, I don't know shit about math, but I'm pretty sure that if the ball goes forward, it means that your hand was also traveling forward, right?
Right.
So what did you think in the moment? Were you like, oh shit, I just fumbled? Or were you like, okay, I'm going to need another shot at this?
No, whenever I thought it was going to be like intentional grounding the whole time. Because it didn't go past the line of scrimmage. I didn't think it was a fumble until they said it was a fumble after they reviewed it. I guess it was one of those things that was so close that whatever call was made on the field was going to stand. Mm-hmm. But no, I thought it was a pass the whole time. I can't remember if that was 3rd down or 2nd down, but I at least thought we were going to be able to punt the ball away.
Yeah, in that moment, that was the moment that if you're a Georgia Bulldog fan, you're like, oh, here we go again. This is disaster. What did you say to your guys on the sideline, or what did the coaching staff say to you? Because that, to me, like the fact that you guys bounced back from that, kept on scoring in the 4th quarter, it was such a perfect sports story because Georgia always was the team that choked. They have all this adversity. It felt like it was happening again, and then boom, you reversed it all.
Yeah. Well, the huge thing of like the whole, I mean, because you're right, like when we got down, this pass in the SEC, and then I threw 2 picks in the second half and just kind of like all unraveled. And even last year at Bama, it started unraveling in the second half. And then when I threw that fumble, or I threw the fumble, see, I thought it was a pass, but whenever the fumble happened, yeah, if I was a fan, I'd probably start freaking out too. But I don't know. Thank God the defense kept us in like a 1-score game the whole time. So all we had to do was go down and score. They went for 2, and so we went for 2, didn't get it, but we were still up 1 point. And then we stopped them and just went down and scored again.
I have to tell you, my tweets during the game, I had like back-to-back tweets. They were probably about a half hour apart. One that just said, that's Stetson Bennett, we're fucked. And then the next one said, Stetson Bennett, I never doubted you, in all caps. So I never doubted you. That was a joke when I said we're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I saw one, maybe the SEC championship game that you put out. That was in complete support of me. So I appreciate you never wavering.
Okay, yes. I think that was probably maybe also a sarcastic tweet, but yes, I never wavered. 2 times I went game of the year on you guys, and you paid me off by being incredible down the stretch. That touchdown pass, the 40-yard bomb. You knew you were getting a free play right there, but it was still an incredible play. But did you know it was a free play?
Yeah, and so we called that one on 2 because the drive before was, I thought he might have been out the sack fumble. He jumped the cadence. We went on 1, and so going forward, like we can't just keep going on 1. They're timing it up, and they're great rushers. So we went on 2. I saw the flag being thrown. we had already called 2 go balls on the outside. So I knew I was going to go to AD. And you know, whenever they jump off sides, it's a free play. And so you just, you know, trust the guys and throw it up.
Yeah, he put it on a dime. I was talking to my friend Brandon Walker this morning. He texted me and he found out that you were going to be on the show. He asked me to ask you a question. I'm not going to ask you the question he wanted me to ask you.
Okay.
Because he just basically wanted me to say, hey, Stetson, tell Brandon that you're not mad at him. But do you feel bad for putting him on blast for not reading your Instagram messages and also for him hating charity?
Well, I didn't feel bad in the moment. I was trying to get our charity out there, and I think it worked. I don't think Dave would have tweeted out if I wouldn't have given him something about Brandon. So we got that out there. But he texted me, or he DM'd me, and I hadn't checked my Instagram, and I kind of read it, and then I had to go do something, and then he apologized, and then I think I opened it and didn't respond, and so then he said, "I donated $2,000. I'm so sorry," and so I felt awful. Like it looked like I was just actually pissed at him. But I DM'd him back and said I wasn't that mad. I was just, you know, trying to get a little story for the fund.
There's no way he donated $2,000.
If he did, I could believe that he did, because Brandon was so shaken up that he looked like he was a fraud when it came to being an SEC football guy.
Yeah.
That I feel like $2,000 even wasn't really enough if he wanted to buy his way out
That's true. He should
of the
double
shame.
It. Yeah.
Like, in other words, Brandon's ego is worth $2,000 to him. If I were in his position, I have to think that my own ego would be more expensive than that. You gotta like believe in yourself, Brandon. $2,000 is chump change.
That's facts. I found the tweet, by the way. I said on December 4th, I said, "Thank God I'm putting my son to bed right now and didn't see that pick 6 from Stetson Bennett, that fucking fuckhead, parentheses, just a kid." Yeah, that was sarcastic. Yeah, that was sarcastic.
Yeah. No, that made me feel a lot better after we lost the SEC championship game. I got a good laugh out of it because of your sarcasm.
Yeah, I mean, I was putting my son to bed. I didn't see the fucking fuckhead pick 6 you threw, so it was all good.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Do you actually do you pay attention to the negative stuff that people say about you? Or are you a guy that feeds off that, or do you just kind of try to shut it out as much as possible?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard not to hear, especially whenever, like, when you do throw a pick 6 in the SEC championship game and you're like having doubts, you're like, good Lord, man, like, did I lose that game for us? And then everybody else is telling you that. And so, I mean, yeah, it creeps in your head and you have like long nights. And I don't think I slept before the Michigan game. And before the national championship, I couldn't go to bed till like 2:30. I'm just sitting there wide awake. So, I mean, it gets to you, but there's really nothing else you can do other than just go to practice and watch film and try to get better.
Yeah, your bounce back has been incredible every time that you've, you know, not even talking about the transfer and playing at junior college and coming back. It's an incredible story. I do think that, like, we just saw the Kurt Warner movie. I think you need to hold out for your life rights for as long as possible, because someone is going to try to write a movie about you. You need to – we can act as representatives on your behalf if you'd like.
It'll just be a verbal deal.
Yeah, 10%. But we will hold out.
Yeah, here's the general plot. Uga, he's got a boner the entire time. Does that work?
All right, so you're just rolling through ideas you gave Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, we only have one idea, and we just, you know, it's like when you have a play that, yeah, the defense can't stop it, so we're just going to keep running it. I do want to talk. So you went on Good Morning America. I don't know if you saw, we interviewed Joe Burrow after their national championship, pretty much the same exact setup. Like, right after the game, we were all drunk. Like, how drunk were you when you had to go on Good Morning America? That sucks so bad.
Yeah, well, the problem was, like, it wasn't like a Zoom call like this, so I couldn't see Michael and I couldn't see myself, so I had no idea what I was looking like. I was just talking to just a circular camera. So if I could have seen myself, I probably wouldn't have been like leaning over to the side or I don't know. I probably could have done a better job. But I mean, I got out of the stadium at 2:30 in the morning. The interview was at 7:40 in the morning. Like, tough after you win a national championship. It's a tough spot to be.
I think it's bullshit that they make you do that interview. They should at least pay you because you're out there. This is like the best night of your life. You should be able to fully enjoy yourself. And anybody that shames you for being drunk or hungover the next day, that's just that person telling on themselves that they've never won a national championship. Because that's what you're supposed to do after the fact. If anything, they should either pay you money to do the interview, or you should just do the interview with somebody who's equally as drunk as you are, so that way nobody can point at you and be like, he's the bad guy. We're all in the same boat together. So I personally didn't have a problem with it.
It's tough when you do that interview. Like there's a difference between when Joe did it with you guys and me with like the most professional morning show in America, Good Morning America. So, yeah, that was a tough spot. I got a few texts. My grandma called me over that one.
Wait, are you saying we're not professional just because we slept in we were wearing the same clothes we slept in, and we were all three of us like pretty much borderline blackout drunk while doing the interview?
Yeah. No, I think you guys are just more accepting. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't question your professionalism.
Because I would say that makes us maybe more professional. That in the middle of one of our biggest like benders of our lives, we took the time to do our job. I'd say that's very professional. Yeah. Michael Strahan could never.
So you guys are method interviewers. You want to be on the same level as the people you're interviewing.
I think you get better answers that way. Yeah, if you're throwing up while they're giving an answer, that usually makes them more comfortable. But yeah. I've no problem with you doing that interview. I just think that's mean that they make college kids do that interview on the best night of their life.
Yeah, I'm on your side on that one.
Yeah. I'm curious to know about your coach, Kirby Smart, about his vertical leap, because I don't know if you've seen the replay of that interception at the end of the fourth quarter, but he probably got like 36, 40 inches off the ground on that. Were you shocked to see how athletic he still could be?
I mean, no. I mean, he's really – I don't know. He's like 40 something. I mean, he was like the the UGA leader for career interceptions when he graduated. So he's got a pretty good athletic bone in him. Now he never really runs with us. But I don't know. He's still got it. He did a high dive off of was it Stegman? Our pool, we call it Stegman. And he did a few flips. So he's pretty athletic.
Yeah. All right. So my last question, I would imagine everyone said this to you, but I'm curious if it really has set in that like Stetson Bennett, you're set for life. Like you're a legend forever. Has that, but has it really fully set in that like you're good? You've accomplished something that people didn't think you could ever accomplish, and the story is incredible. Has that all set in?
No. No, it hadn't set in, but like, I don't know, like, it's cool to have like that insurance in my back pocket. Like I could probably go do a cash grab sometime whenever I'm like need cash, but like, I don't know. I try to, like, it's kind of weird to like think about, like, I still want to like do some stuff with my life besides just live on this,
That's true. It's a good counterpoint because you don't want to be like, oh, that, nothing ever cool will happen in my life again. But I do think it's more just like you said, your back pocket. Like, hey, I can, I guess it's not even.
Very few people get to be a legend in a certain town or city or area, and you are forever a legend in the state of Georgia. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But I don't want to. No, it is cool. Yeah, you're right. It'll sink in at some point. These past like 3 days have been such a, blur. I haven't really had a chance to sit down and talk with people and see how cool it was for like me and my teammates to win.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I actually had one last question.
Kirby, I've got one too.
Yeah, then Pietti's got one. Kirby Smart, when he takes off his visor, it's tough, right? Like every time he takes it off, I'm like, I don't want to bet on this guy.
Why? Because of his hair?
Yeah, it's just he's one of those guys that everyone knows him that just looks better with a hat on.
Yeah, he's got like the coaching visor. I think Spurrier started that whole thing. He kind of looks like he's about to go golfing whenever he has it on too. Like every time he's got like that country club look.
Yeah. I feel like his face gets bigger when he takes the visor off. It just kind of the visor's like a belt for his cheeks.
Yeah, when he freaks out and he takes it out and his like face swells up and he just guys.
Yeah, that guy, I'm like, oh no, what did I just do?
Yeah.
Like Kirby Smart. Like that's,
When you
and
com-
it's also the name
Yep.
too. It's just, I need him to keep the visor on at all times to keep me calm.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to him about that.
My last question is just about your name. Stetson Bennett IV is an all-time name. You probably get that a lot. You probably know it's a cool name. I'm curious to know what goes through your head if you're planning for the future and you have a child. Does your firstborn son have to be Stetson Bennett V, or do you meet him and do you look at him and you're like, is there a possibility where you're like, maybe this isn't Stetson, maybe I got to try again, and the next one's going to be Stetson?
Yeah, no, I think you kind of hope that they're going to be born good enough to live up to the name. I don't think you can kind of say no. This kid doesn't have what it takes.
Right off the bat, it's tough to evaluate a kid. You can't give like the Rivals 5-star rating on an infant. That's tough to do.
Yeah.
But you must feel like this is really the best way that you could live up to the name. In the previous 3 Stetson Bennett's is like, I won a national championship at Georgia. I don't think that anyone can ever say I didn't live up to the Stetson Bennett name.
Yeah, I think it helps. It does help. Yeah, you're right.
I found one more. I don't know if you have Twitter during the game, but I gave you a really good tip. I said Stetson Bennett just needs to remind himself that under no circumstance should he be starting a national championship game and then say fuck it and go ball.
Okay, I think somebody read that to me. Yeah. Right after the fumble, and then when we went down and scored 2 drives in a row. Yeah, that's when they read it to me.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what are we doing here? Let's just fucking go out and be legends. And you did it. Like, you did it. That fucking pass, both touchdown passes in the fourth quarter were incredible. It was an all-time game. I loved every second of that game. It was, obviously because I won, but also just the stakes felt so, like every possession felt so intense and the stakes so high that it was an instant classic for sure.
Yep. It was special.
Yeah. All right. Well, congrats, man. Enjoy it. If you're ever in New York, love to have you come by the office, say what's up, and go. I mean, I imagine you have like the best party ever all day that you got to get to, so we don't want to keep you too long.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Take care.
See you, man.
Stetson Bennett was brought to you by our good friends over at Roman Swipes. Most guys have tried different ways to last longer, but thinking about baseball doesn't always work. The folks at Roman, an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman Swipes, the secret to longer-lasting sex. Roman Swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and fast-acting. They don't require prescription. They can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. Just take the swipes out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry, and you're good to go. That's it. Go to GetRoman.com/take. Get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. GetRoman.com/take.
Okay, let's wrap up. We got Fyre Fest of the week. Then we're going to send everyone on their way to Super Wild Card Weekend. Very, very excited. Bubba, get us going.
So this is kind of like a Fyre Fest in the past, like depending on how you look at it, but I just figured out this week how to mute words on Twitter.
Oh.
And it's so much better now.
So wait, what are you muting?
I muted The Bachelor, NFTs, crypto, and Bitcoin. Because
wow.
I just fucking hate seeing people talk about
So
it.
you're just a hater.
Yeah, no.
Have fun,
no, I'm a hater.
being poor.
Yeah, my favorite
No,
is
it's just people just buy Bitcoin and then have it.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know what else there is to talk about it. Like, I don't care about buying
they're
it.
disrupting the market, bro.
The more they talk about it, the more people get into it.
Yeah, you're actually talking about it right now, Liam.
Yeah, you're helping it. We just went up $1.
I'm not against it.
My
I don't care.
ape
I just don't want to see it.
increased in
Warren
value.
Buffett.
All my apes gone.
Now the next step that you need to take is you need to tweet out a picture of you muting words to let everyone know. Those are always my favorite. Like muting this for the week. Mm-hmm. Thanks. We didn't care.
Do you still have your Caruso?
Yeah, I still have my
You do?
Caruso NFT.
What's it looking like?
I haven't looked it up in probably a year.
Check it out.
I feel like it's increased in price though because Caruso's been awesome this year.
Yep.
So I feel like maybe I got in at the ground floor of the Caruso NFT chase down block market.
I have like 7 Top Shot Auto Porters.
You know what? I know Alex Caruso listens to the show. Alex, I will sell you a very limited edition NFT of you doing a chase down block on James Harden. You probably remember the play, but you probably don't own it. So I'll sell it to you for the low price of $50,000.
Love
it's
it.
projected to go up to $500,000 in the future.
Is there a way he could autograph it? Like online? I don't know.
Yeah, no,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, no, actually, that's the way that he can make it work. He's the only person that can make it jump up in value that much. When I send it to him, then it becomes the NFT that PFT bought of Alex Caruso.
Yes.
And then he autographs it. Now it's autographed PFT NFT of Alex Caruso that Alex Caruso's selling. Alex, talk to me, man. Let's make some money.
He's going to come on the show. He was, last time he was in New York, he was, it was Pup Punk was the day that he was here and had an off day. But he is definitely going to come on the show. So, yeah, we'll get that done. All right, PFT, your Fyre Fest.
My Fyre Fest is the mouse is back in my apartment again.
Oh, no.
You would think that I'd be able to take care of this mouse and get rid of the mouse issue, but you can't. They get in through every fucking crack, every crevasse.
It's not rats.
No, it's definitely a mouse.
Okay,
I
so
know what a
that's
rat
not a
is.
big deal.
I've seen a rat. This mouse, I thought I killed it a couple days ago because I left out a weed brownie. Somebody broke into my house and put a weed brownie on the countertop.
Yep.
And I saw it. I called the police immediately. When the police were on their way over, the mouse took the brownie, ate it. I thought it just fell asleep and died and having the coolest mouse little dream ever. And then I caught another mouse the next day.
Well, there's multiple.
And now there's another mouse that's coming in.
Yeah, I don't think you get one mouse.
I'd always assumed it was just the one.
I think that's the problem with mice.
I like most people just buy mouse traps, and PFD is like, I'm just going to give it drugs.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not just buy mouse traps?
No, I did. I caught one.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
I got mouse traps, but these little
Humane
fuckers,
or inhumane?
the least humane that I could find.
The snap?
Yeah, you
Love it. Love it. I love the snap.
The snap is good because you can hear it when it goes off.
Yeah, and then you hear it squeal.
The humane ones, the glue trap ones, are actually the least humane that you can get because they get stuck to it and then they try to bite their own legs. So
yeah,
I'm
they
not
slowly die.
I'm not doing that, but I'm trying to figure out how to get all these mice, and it's impossible basically because if you live in an apartment, even if you live in a nice one, which I feel like I live in a pretty nice apartment, there are tiny little holes everywhere that they can climb through, and I guess my neighbors are slobs.
Those holes are there so you can breathe.
Oh, that's how the air gets in.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So I should shut my windows.
Yeah, they poke holes in every apartment before before occupancy.
So yeah, I'm fucked because I guess I'm never getting rid of these mice.
Yeah, there's a lot of mice. You definitely have a lot of mice.
You need a ferret.
There you go.
Okay. Now we're talking.
The smell of a ferret will make all pests.
But then you
just
have a
mild.
ferret.
Who keeps the mice away?
Right, but like
He
I would
earns his
rather have
rent.
mice than a ferret.
Like you're choosing to own a rat.
Yeah.
Wait, Billy,
Yeah,
why
you
don't-
just got a bigger mouse
Or
that
they
you have to
have
take care of.
They actually have these like plug-in things to the wall that send out some sort of electromagnetic
I don't
pulse
buy that
sounds
shit.
like a crack.
Yeah, that sounds
that
so
keeps away the
fake.
mice.
Well,
Yeah.
like one of those things you put on your car to keep the deer out from in front of it.
Yeah.
I have
Those
no idea
are-
what you're talking about, but I'm
They
gonna
don't.
research
They
that.
definitely don't work. What if I just got a cat?
Yeah, you could get a cat.
Wouldn't a cat be a better thing to get than a ferret because at least a cat knows where to shit?
Yeah.
You should bet on it.
We
Should do a bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat bet.
Okay. Cat bet.
Just get one. You won't get one.
Okay.
There it is. That's the bet.
If I do get one, then I get to give it to Hank after I'm done with it.
Okay,
Like,
on
it's gonna
behalf
be-
of
Just
Hank,
right
I
after
agree.
it kills the mouse.
Yeah.
on behalf of Hank, I agree.
Okay. Deal.
All right, my Fyre Fest is I got drunk on Friday night, way too drunk in our new bar in Chicago, and I was hungover for like 4 days. So that sucked.
Yep.
I did pull an all-time little old hockey trick for anyone out there who's maybe getting up there in age, like Billy, 23 years old, that is at a bar late and wants to leave. And by late, I mean it was 10:30. I just bummed a cigarette and then walked through the entire bar and just like loudly said, "I'm gonna go smoke a cig. I'll be right back." And then I just went to 7-Eleven and got some hot fries and M&Ms and went to sleep. So that's a move anyone can take with them.
Just like I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. And
Yeah,
then,
I was just like, "I'll be right back. I'll be right back." Like, "Oh, big guy, you leaving?" No. I'm literally smoking this cig. Like, stay right here. I'll be right. Even so, like an hour. I got back an hour after I left. Eddie texted me because we were like kind of in the same area, and he's like, "Dude, it's crushed over here. Is it like a little bit better by you?" And I was like, "No, man, it's chaos over by me." While I was laying in my bed. Just give the illusion that you're still there. Because everyone gets so drunk they don't remember when did people leave? Did they come? Like, people, last memory of me is saying, "I will be right back," smoking a cigarette, and they just never saw me again.
I've become a big fan of the Irish goodbye. In fact, I almost exclusively do an Irish goodbye. Unless there's one person that I'm like closer with that I know is also going to be doing an Irish goodbye to everybody else, then we almost have like a mutual like pact where it's like, I'm going to Irish everybody, and I know you're going to Irish everybody, but just so you know, I'm about to Irish people right now, so you give it like 5 minutes before you make it up.
No, and listen, I was with some friends. I told my friends I was leaving, but like the problem was it was obviously the opening of the Barstool Bar in River North, so like we had a bunch of Barstool people there. Everyone knows us, so it was more for the whole general public that like I'm not leaving at 10:30, but I left at 10:30.
Gotcha.
And it was great.
I had this idea a few years ago. I think we might have talked about it at some point on PMT, but doing a hangover crawl instead of a bar crawl for those of us that are maybe getting up there in age a little bit where, you know, the hangovers hit us a little bit harder. You do a hangover crawl the next day where you just go to a bunch of bars that have like really low light, very soft, amicable music playing in the background. You start out the day with like one Bloody Mary or mimosa, but then the rest of the time you're just like they just serve you water and you just lay down on couches.
I think you
you're
should
not allowed
actually
to talk to your parents.
You should go one more. You should go hangover crawl. You wake up, maybe go get like a greasy meal. Then you have like you go to a place that has like the nicest bathrooms ever, so you can sit on the toilet for an hour. Then you go get like a steam sauna.
Yeah.
Then maybe a quick like one of those napping pods.
Yeah.
So it's actually not even a bar. It's actually like a full restorative hangover experience.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I just think that the first place that you go should have a mimosa or a Bloody Mary. So you get one of those, and then you go to a place that serves like tacos or hamburgers, and again, like extremely low light, very comfortable chairs, and then you nurse your body back together, but you're not expected to talk to anybody.
Right. You can just kind of giggle.
So
Billy.
spa?
Yeah, spa.
Yeah,
I'm talking about spa.
For
or
dudes.
just do it at your house and turn off the lights. Get DoorDash and turn off your lights. Billy.
Yeah, so I was doing some research for the show and just seeing what I could contribute, and I found this link that was very prevalent because it was a recent report that turns out to be false, that John Cena had died. So I decided to share it with the group. And it had gone very viral in Burma, India, the United Kingdom, and had been making waves in the United States. So I decided to send it to the group chat as a contribution.
Billy, we were never going to sell you out. That was one of those ones that like the play that we drew up in the coaches meeting, the head coaches aren't going to say, well, that was Billy's play, but it was. But we were never going to say that.
It was a good topic to bring up.
It was a pick six, and then we kicked it off and we fumbled, we muffed the return.
Yeah, and they got high steps.
Yeah.
Running back.
In theory, it was a good question to ask. I don't fault you. We're process guys, not result guys, right? The process is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good week of practice.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't think that Burma has been a country for like 30 years. But that's fine.
Who cares?
My Fyre Fest is relating back to last episode. Posted the Notes app apology on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you listen to the episode, you're probably wondering what's going on. And some people in my inner circle, they were
but that was
they were concerned.
That was the genius of it. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but I loved it because it really, if you weren't listening, you thought that you had said something very bad.
Yeah, so friends and family reached out. One of the people who also reached out was my grandma.
Oh.
Were
you on mushrooms?
No.
Okay.
She replied to my Insta story where I posted the apology with a sad face. Then she texted me, "What happened? Was that a joke? Are you okay with your nasal spray?" I'm like,
it's not a joke. He's been making mistakes because he's addicted to the spray.
Yeah, I said it's okay.
The nasal spray is a real issue, though.
Yeah.
For anybody out there suffering, we don't want to minimize.
Don't go longer than 3 days in a row.
2 days max for Afrin.
It's a bendy. So you don't want to make people scared. And that's what I did because of this Notes app.
Yeah.
Jake.
Have you gotten any like messages of support from people?
Yeah, tons. The
Good.
AWLs have been tremendous.
Yeah, we'll pick you up.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's okay. Don't beat yourself up.
No, I won't. We're good.
But do beat yourself up. It's very funny when you do. It is. I mean, it's my favorite thing ever when Jake gets disappointed in himself.
What was
we joked on the way out after we finished Tuesday's show because like Jake makes 2 mistakes in like a matter of 10 days. I think PFD and I, if you fact checked like everything we say on this show, we make like 16 mistakes each a show.
We're very wrong
all
about
the time.
everything. Like I don't
all the time.
If I'm right about something, I'll think back and be like, holy shit, I can't believe I was actually accurate with that.
What's the saying? You do 99% of things right and 1% wrong. What will people remember?
Yeah.
But we actually
do the
we
opposite.
flipped it where it's like we do so much wrong stuff that we say one right thing and everyone's like, wow, these guys are geniuses.
Yeah, damn, they're on their game.
And then what did you say? I feel like a few months or years ago, you're like, you never want to be too above average.
Yeah.
You want to be perfectly average about
never.
something, because if you're too high or too low, people will realize.
If you do anything spectacular in your life, people are going to expect you to keep doing those spectacular things. You want to just be an average guy all the time, because then no one's going to be like, oh, let's get him to do this. I mean, it's
right.
You know,
So.
it's kind of like the Eli Manning debate. Like people end up bashing him
'Cause he
for
won 2
his
Super
career.
Bowls.
Yeah, for his career being like not as good as the Super Bowls. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, you know,
It happens.
yeah.
I just came up with this as we were saying that. If we made like an Instagram page of quotes like that, like not like inspirational ones, but like just be average. Like never make expectations for yourself.
Like taxes are optional. Henry Lockwood.
Just out of context quotes.
Yeah, no, but just basically an entire quote page that makes you a true scumbag in life.
Either that, like the opposite of the success win guys.
Yeah.
Like if you think
exactly.
like Gary V with a brain injury.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
think
we're
I
going
said
for
last
here.
week, like, I never want to do anything that sharpens my mind. I want it to get duller and duller as days goes on.
Stuff like that.
Like that, yeah.
Right.
Not like Gary V being like, learn something new every day. No, come on.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to just get up, wake up, and then go to sleep.
Never get a GPA that you would be proud enough of to put on a resume.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely not. Because then, come on. Can't do that.
Jake, what was you put your GPA on your resume, didn't you?
No, you were told not to.
Yeah.
because it was too much of a flex?
No, for better or for worse.
They're
it's
like,
not
Jake,
worth
please
it.
don't brag.
Was your
Top was my high school newspaper.
was your GPA
Trying to get into journalism school.
better or
It's
worse
not-
than Baby Bird's?
I don't know.
Where did you guys finish? Did you?
I was a year older than him.
Okay, so
Straight older.
Was he like you
So
were like
you
his mentor?
No. We're just friends.
He's learned everything from you?
We learn from each other.
Nice. So if you're listening to the Nickelodeon game, just remember that the guy behind the guy, Jake Marsh.
How did he get the gig doing the Nickelodeon game?
He worked hard and it
Yeah,
worked out.
Right. Exactly.
Certainly
Yeah, he
did.
deserves
Right
the
place, right
opportunity.
time.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Just like
Yeah.
he outworked everyone.
yeah, right.
Him and like Jack Collinsworth.
Dude just worked his ass off.
He just showed up when other people wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm happy
numbers.
for him.
Numbers.
6.
One's out.
44.
22.
6-7.
8 memes says 3.
Oh, check out the ping pong lottery ball Big Cat extravaganza on Barstool Sportsbook. 21. Real quick, if you bet on any of the games this weekend, any wild card game, main line spreads, you can't move the line. I will pick one losing side on Tuesday to be refunded $50. Must opt in. Pretty cool promo. Must opt in.
Love you guys.
Frogs have been space.
Talking away, though I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for you anyway. Take on me. I'll be coming for you anyway.